Hello, Aggro Santos.
Hey, how you doing, bro? You alright?
I'm great, thanks. Yourself?
I'm wicked, thanks, man. Just geared up for the new year, just getting back into the swing of things. About to do a studio session, and I thought I'd come onto Penworth Radio for a little chat.
Brilliant. And how was your Christmas? Did you have fun?
Yeah, I mean, my Christmas was sort of just trying to recover from coming back from Australia and stuff, because I mean, they put you through quite a few mental challenges, and I mean, just sort of going from being very busy to just sitting around not doing much for a whole month in a camp. You know what I mean? You kind of got to get back into the swing of the real world, and I spent most of Christmas doing that. And the other half of it I spent playing Angry Birds on my iPad.
Because 2010 was kind of a really hectic year for you, because you're on a show about, I'd say, 5 months ago, and we were speaking about the release of Saint or Sinner. So could you tell us a little bit about that? How? Because when we spoke to you, you just uploaded it on your YouTube page. So what response did you get from Saint or Sinner?
Saint or Sinner was the official #1 club record in the country. So it was the most played song in the clubs according to Music Weekly, the official UK music magazine. In the charts, it charted at top 20. And on YouTube, it's had like almost 1 million views. So I mean, it was a big club record. I'd hoped that it would become a big, massive radio record and just all-round record as well. But I mean, it did its thing in the clubs, and we got another top 20 from it, so we were pleased.
And on January the 16th, you're releasing an incredible new single with former Girls Aloud star Kimberley Walsh. How did you get involved with working with Kimberley?
Well, I got signed by Gary Barlow to his label, and Gary Barlow is a pal of Kim's from his Kilimanjaro hike. What happened was I'm a big fan of Girls Aloud, and I asked Gary if he'd speak to her about doing a song, and he spoke to her, and she loved the record, so I mean, we made it happen.
It's brilliant, and this is actually your second kind of big collaboration, as you did a song with Kimberly Wyatt, Candy. Do you enjoy working with other artists, because it works really well?
I mean, the best thing about doing collaborations is you're expanding, you're sharing your own fan base, and you're expanding into their fan base as well. So I mean, it's always fun when you work with different people. You get a different flavor, and I mean, I really enjoyed working with both Kimberleys. Hopefully, the new song has the same result as Candy did with Kimberley Wyatt.
Well, look, we're just looking at your official Facebook page, and you've had comments and comments of people saying, you know, they can't wait for it to be released. And what I wanted to ask you, would you say that taking part in I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here kind of made people recognise you a little bit more?
I think it definitely raised the awareness, because I mean, before I had like over 6 million hits on YouTube with Candy, and a few people knew Saint or Sinner, and I think nobody really knew who Aggro Santos was, and even to the point where when I went on I'm a Celebrity, everybody was like, who's Aggro Santos? But since I've come out now, I mean, everyone and their mum and their auntie and people sort of recognise me when I'm out in the streets, and I went from having like 60,000 fans on Facebook to 370,000 fans on Facebook. Also, my Twitter's gone up, so I mean, definitely it feels to me like it's had a positive reaction, and the awareness around me has grown. Now, I really just want to build on that and just show everybody that I'm not a reality TV star. I'm a recording artist, and I wanna get to the music, which is what it's all about for me.
Well, you know, when you were asked to take part in the I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, you know, what were your initial thoughts? Because I assume it's something you don't just say yes to, it's something you have to think about, because like you said, there's so many different mental challenges, it can be quite a difficult task, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, when I first got offered to do it, for one, I was shocked, because it is something that nobody from my kind of scene's ever been asked to do. So, I mean, it felt kind of like an honour to be asked in the first place. Also, I mean, I don't think I was nowhere near known enough by the country to go on a show called I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. So, I mean, I kind of thought, I can't really turn down this opportunity. What did make me not want to do it is the fact that I didn't want to go out there and do tasks. And I mean, there's always with a reality TV show, you could go on there and do or say something wrong that could just mess you up. And I mean, I didn't feel like I needed to do it. I felt like, you know what, I'm in a good position, I'm in a record label, but then in the end I thought, you know what, I mean, it's a bit of fun, I've had a tough year, there's not many music TV shows nowadays, it's good to get your face about it, let me just go in there and enjoy the adventure.
Well, you were talking about the tasks just then, and I think one of the great tasks you were in was Super Scario with Stacey Solomon. You know, when you were doing that task, how did you feel? Because you wasn't with like loads of different creepy crawlies and such, it was more of a fun challenge.
Do you know what? I just want to thank the British public for voting me to do that task, because it was like one of the most enjoyable, probably the most enjoyable task of the whole series. And they voted for me and Stacey to do it. It was great fun working with Stacey. I love her energy and her aura, and we just aced it, man. We got 12 out of 12 stars, so it was really good.
Now, another lady who did cause a little bit of controversy in the jungle was nutritionist Gillian McKeith. What were your impressions of Gillian?
Do you know what? I mean, in camp, you just didn't really think nothing bad of Gillian. You thought she was all right. Like, because, I mean, we didn't watch her do her task. I never once saw her faint until the live task where she fainted in front of everybody. And she had her moments in camp where she was quite sweet and stuff, so I mean they obviously showed everybody the worst bits, but when I actually watched a couple of highlights back, I can understand why people thought she made herself look a bit silly, and the things she did, like sort of say she's pregnant and all of that, I didn't know about all of that. I mean, I think whatever she's caused, she's brought upon herself, to be honest, so hopefully she thought it out well before she did all of that, and I hope she's happy with the outcome.
Well, you know, you were great in the public. The public took to you because you seem like a great family person. You didn't get, like, people do have a kind of stereotypes about rappers as such, but you went in there kind of an honest guy, and you did miss your family. So would you say you missed your family the most in the camp?
I think everybody missed their family, and yeah, I mean, I didn't go in there to sort of hide feelings or hide anything, you know what I mean? So when I started missing home, I made it clear, and it is tough in there, and you become much more emotional in the jungle than you would in the outside world. I mean, everybody was all getting really, really emotional towards the ends when we started getting letters from home and whatnot. And it is tough, man. I mean, you're there, you haven't got no food, you haven't got no form of communication, you haven't got nobody that you love around you. So, I mean, it definitely makes you appreciate it more for when you come out.
And what I did want to ask you, are you, because you got the new single out, does that mean you've got a new album coming out soon?
The album, AggroSantos.com, will be out on the 31st of January. So it's the debut album. Everyone make sure you get a copy. You won't be disappointed. And
do you have any plans to perform in Cornwall? Because it'd be great, go and see you live and get people in Cornwall to come and see Aggro Santos.
Do you know what it is, mate? After I release the album, hopefully it gets enough coverage and enough people buy it and stuff, and then the next step is looking at announcing to tour the album, you know what I mean, around the whole of the UK. And definitely Cornwall is one of the places I'd be interested in getting at.
Yes, that's brilliant. And we do have one more question. It's not from me. It's from one of your big fans. She's called Nia Sandy, and she says, could you ask him how he coped in the jungle? And she says, will you marry her? She loves you. And that's from Nia Sandy.
All right, tell her that in the jungle I coped really well, I think, considering the conditions and everything. But I mean, it was tough, and I got over it. And yeah, I mean, when I start considering marriage, I'll definitely remember your proposal and review it. Thank you very much.
Thank you once again for speaking to us. It's been great to get you on the show. And we're going to play Like You Like now, which is released on the 16th, I believe, Sunday the 16th of January.
That is right, on iTunes. Make sure you lot all download a copy, and thank you very much. Just keep it vamos.
Thank you very much, Aggro. See you later.
Take care.
Well, what a great guest once again. Okay, so we are going to play Like You Like.